What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kpop Kimchi podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, JT, with my co-host, Fog Raw. Guess what? It's Girl Planet time. Or it was Girl Planet time.
Yeah,
we just watched it. Episode 4. Done.
And we all got what we wanted.
Yeah. Finally, after the teasing from the last 2 episodes, it was time.
I was thinking about how they teased it for, I'm trying to think how many hours worth of video we watched before we actually saw it, because
they knew what the people wanted to see.
It was the dead last performance.
And it was the very last thing they did in this recent performances. And yeah, it was the first one they showed when they were doing performances, and then the last one they showed on the episode before of a teaser, and then it was okay. They just knew the people wanted to see that.
So for any of the hundreds of people who've already listened to these last episodes, all we wanted was the Eve.
The Eve.
We wanted the Eve performance. And we got it. But, it took hours. Literally,
it took a long time.
4.5 hours.
Honestly, there was a point today when I wasn't sure we were even going to get it today. Yeah. I was like, you know what? They might have some filler stuff. We might get some random, eating shots or games, they're gonna go on a walk and it's gonna be
makeup
guess what?
tutorials,
yeah,
something
makeup
weird.
ad or go buy stuff from the Reebok store and guess what, Eve next week, I promise. But no,
which is weird because the first episode they teased it, the second episode they showed it again at the end of the episode, and then they still didn't show it until the end of this episode.
Yeah, and then they finally showed it at the end of episode 4.
Yeah, but we'll talk about that in a sec. Because we've got some other fun stuff we can talk about.
Totally.
Because there were some cool comebacks that happened recently.
There was.
And this one we wanted to watch because I have not seen it.
Have not seen it yet either.
And it was the Brave Girls song that came out. And what it's called, it's After We Ride, or it was something like that. I remember seeing the teasers for it. I was like, oh, cool, the Brave Girls.
It's one of those things that I made a mental note to watch it.
I just forgot.
Just have not done it. And then you're like, yeah, we should watch it. I was like, yes, because I have not even heard a second of it.
So not only have I never seen the video, but I've never watched the...
I have no idea what the song is. I saw it at 16 million views, so that's good.
That's actually pretty good.
In 4 days, because it came out on Monday.
That's better than any of my videos have done in my fantasy thing.
Yeah.
This is awesome. This
is cool.
They're hanging out a fun little 70s vibe video right now. What is that place?
Credit to the Brave Girls too for having their crazy comeback with Roland and everything, and then still releasing bangers even with all the pressure.
Dude, they've really capitalized on it.
Yeah, they capitalized on it, and they've put some good stuff out since after that.
It's funny because I just was watching her drop that phone in the fish tank, and I'm like, what, isn't it with today's technology, would that not even do anything to the phone?
Yeah, it's waterproof, quote unquote waterproof.
My favorite is the signs where it's waterproof up to so many so much pressure or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who's gonna dive into the sea and figure out how to do this?
I always wondered that about because it's you can take your phone underwater and take pictures. I was like, well, I don't ever want to do that. I don't know who's doing that, but apparently you can. I'm not gonna go be all right, is this phone waterproof so I can go take pics in this puddle?
I just don't.
Actually in the water. I'm I guess some people need that. I don't for my phone, but some people do.
Look at Brave Girls just being grown and beautiful.
This looks cool.
I like it. It's chill.
Drinking habits.
I should have guessed that they were doing something. Well, besides the first giveaway was that I actually knew that they were doing something. But
yeah.
When I saw videos of them and all their outfits going and doing performances.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. Use those context clues. Yeah, because they had some good Insta posts of now I see the outfits that they have from the video.
That makes sense. I was like, oh, why is that
cool photo shoot? No, that was actually a whole song and video. We also just had yeah, it is a good song.
You buy any new K-pop stuff recently? I definitely haven't. I haven't had any money.
I haven't. I really haven't either. I haven't bought a K-pop thing in a long time.
Oh, the whole band.
They got a band.
Day
Day 6. Let's get it. Break it down. Don't cry.
What a good song.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, I really haven't bought anything because I've been paying too much attention to Girls Planet.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is we've had a lot of good comebacks recently, but I mean, we're both so into that it kind of like almost takes a back seat, you know?
Man, Girls Planet is the best. Whoa.
Girls Planet is great. This week was like loaded with comebacks.
I got a couple of the comebacks we can listen to because
Cool.
usually on our videos like this where we're listening to stuff, the actual episode's only like 40 minutes long.
Yeah.
So. But I heard this other song that was super cool.
That was good. That was a good song.
It was good.
I think
this new comeback by TXT.
Ooh.
I don't know if you heard this, but this is freaking awesome.
I
actually listened to the song.
I saw some like big boy groups had comebacks. I didn't listen to them. The Stray Kids one sounded dope, but I didn't listen to it.
But this, for those who don't know, this is like the other group. BTS is like the little brother group.
TXT.
And it's called Loser Equals Lover. And I've heard this so many times. Like Rand was on my like. This dude's driving like a freaking Subaru.
He's got that Volvo wagon. Old lady down the street has that.
Interesting flex. But I heard this on like my release radar. I was like, wow, this is awesome. But I've listened to this a lot lately. It's got a lot different feel than the other songs that I've heard. Like from
Yeah.
Wow, look at that CGI semi-truck. Yeah, that song's sick.
I think the only thing I saw from this was like one picture of them performing it, and they had like the mic. There's like the mic stands. There's like a few of them. Like this. Other than that, I have no idea anything about it.
I don't know, the whole vibe of the song is
cool.
Sick. It's like
yeah,
rock.
I like it.
It's like so much different than any of the other stuff I've heard from him.
Yeah, this is cool. I like it.
Oh yeah, it's a banger. I listen to it so much.
It's like really chill too. Of course it's chill because they're skateboarding.
I still think it's weird there's only 5 dudes in this group. I swear any other time I saw anything else from TXT, I thought there was like 13.
I remember I thought there was like 13 people in it.
Look at Sweet Taylor.
This is a good song.
I'm a little thrown off why they couldn't come up with a better concept than driving on this fake CGI semi-truck bed.
Yeah, you don't really see a truck like that on the road often.
I don't know. It's very unrealistic.
With 5 dudes in the back singing with great hair.
With the extra wide truck bed.
Yeah, it seems dangerous. We're all about bringing the practicality into these videos, and that's just
We're like
not
taking
making any
2 lanes
sense.
right now. This is asking for an accident to happen.
How are they
On
dancing?
the back roads of Arizona.
Seriously, yeah, they're in like the desert out here.
This would be sick to see live.
Oh, this is a cool song. This is a song that if they gave it to BTS, would be the biggest song in the world.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because one of the people, the lady I work with, loves BTS, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, you hear that new TXT song? And she was like, who's that? I'm like, BTS's little brother group. Like, they're from the same company. She's like, oh, yeah, I never heard anything by them. I'm like, oh. Well,
Wasn't it like Tomorrow and Together or something?
yeah, something.
Oh, gosh. You dudes can't ride in like
I know. This might be
skateboards or bikes.
one of my favorite boy group songs of the year, though.
It's pretty good.
I also, when I ever hear a boy group, the only thing I think about is, man, I don't know if any song's ever been better than like Hold. That's like the greatest boy group song.
It is good. We were really spoiled last year with the boy group songs.
Dude, Hold is sick.
It's nice that this is different.
I mean, dude, they're driving a freaking like
The Volvo,
the
man.
Volkswagen mom and dad van. I'm pretty sure Misha drove that.
Yeah, I think so.
Shout out to Misha.
Straight
What you doing, buddy?
Yeah, this is good. Really good.
That guy's got that one famous boy group trope, wearing the headband under his bangs but over his ears.
Gotta keep that forehead warm. And the sweat out of his eyes. That was dope.
Yeah, that unlicensed Volkswagen. Great song. And they're driving off a cliff.
Okay, well, that's where that's going.
Yeah, so I heard that. That was sick. I figured I'd show you some of these because when we do our random songs for the end of the month, we always get like random ones that we've never heard. So might as well
Very
just get this out of the way. And then this is the last song I'm going to show just because it just came out the other day and it was great. It is a song from another boy group called Cheese by Stray Kids.
This sounded really cool.
Because this song was sick. I don't think there's a video for it. I know they had a video for this song, but I don't...
Oh, maybe that's the one I heard.
I don't know what that actually is, but this song's sick. But yeah, it's like the first one on the album called Cheese. Shout out to Hyunjin being back. Really survived his bowling scandal. Unlike some of our...
Not everybody did. Not everybody did.
I'm just glad that Stray Kids really is embracing their alter ego dark side rock sound because it's awesome. I also was thinking too that the other song that I think is just unbeaten is God's Menu.
That's what, I mean, literally last year gave us the greatest boy group songs ever and holding God's Menu.
But that song's pretty sick.
God's Menu was so good.
All the Stray Kids fans out there, we do like
Stray Kids is really cool. I would like to see them live.
I do know we have an NCT 127
Thank
coming
God,
up.
finally. I saw it, I was like, finally NCT 127 coming back to save the day.
Do they steal those lyrics from Blackpink? Can they do this?
This has been a really good month of comebacks, I feel like.
Also, this guy's in Bang Chan.
Chong Chong.
I don't really know what's up with Cheese, but
It's a rival of Butter.
it is. This song's sick. And Felix has a really deep voice. Like Heejun.
It's like the deepest, him and Heejun.
It's just like always in my head these days though. I'm just like, man, are they ever gonna live up to God's Menu?
God's Menu is sick, and the video for God's Menu is like one of my favorite videos. When they're just like chefs, like
dude, that's the best part of the beginning.
Oh,
it's like
it's
the
so
funniest
sweet. And they're like a pit crew.
And then they're like, yeah, they're just like on the racetrack, and
that's just like a video, and like at the end they have like a documentary about it. Like everything that day just came together perfectly. It was like a perfect game in baseball.
the old hole in one.
I don't know how, but it all came together.
Someone messaged me and told me what's up with Cheese. Is there like some type of background story with this?
What's better, butter or cheese?
My man's just naming types of cheese right now.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, I don't know.
Man, Benjamin's dark hair looks cool.
Yeah, he does look cool.
Yeah, their new songs on their album is cool.
I have not listened to them, but
Their album art is
the
awesome
one
too.
sounded cool.
It reminds me of a super pop punk, or not, but like, I guess like
Was it that lightning thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
This one?
Yeah, that's dope. That really does look like some like
pop punk.
really side stage at Warped Tour,
Yeah.
easy core
Is
band
this,
from like
is this
Ohio.
is this like a Data Members like debut
Please
album?
buy our T-shirt so we can eat.
No.
Good job, Stray
This
Kids.
it was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
Those are my songs I wanted to show you.
How did you feel about Yoonbi's debut as a soloist?
Oh, it was great. We can
Yeah,
listen to
it
that
was
to
super
this
good.
because why not?
I was really glad. I was really happy that that song sounded the way it
Oh, I
did.
was so happy. And I've seen the stages and I've seen I've seen all the stuff she's done because Yoonbi's the best.
This was just like a great week.
Already by far my favorite solo artist of all time. So.
Yeah, 3
I
days
listened
ago.
to their whole little album thingy. It was really good.
Yeah, this
Just Yoonbi out here doing Yoonbi things.
door is really great. I'm
Also,
glad.
shout out to whatever this is. Let's go.
I'm glad they kind of, or she has her song like it is. I don't know. I mean, I was pretty optimistic with the teasers and stuff. Yeah, CL had a song
Yeah,
too.
CL did our comeback.
There's everyone decided to come back this week, but I was like at first I was like, please don't give her like a soft ballad. But
Oh, I was so happy it was. It was like super fun.
Yumi was really good.
So we'll talk about our episode we just watched. Then we can watch this Yoonbi live stage because they're awesome. But yeah, so there's some comebacks that happen in case we don't randomly get those selected
Yeah.
in
Good ones. Yeah, last couple weeks have been solid. Been slacking a little bit. Hand up, been slacking a little bit, like checking everybody out. But
I listen to a lot of the main ones.
Yeah. I always just try and go through and just like throw stuff on my playlist. So I mean, I get pretty much just like get to it eventually.
I think I've heard Dum Dum like 40 times.
Yeah.
This week, like it's always all over the place.
I've heard Yoonbi song a lot because I definitely listened to that like the day it came out.
One song I've listened to also a ton because it's always everywhere is the Holiday song by Weekly.
Oh, dude, all the time.
It's super good.
That song is like such a get stuck in your head song. I like hum it all the time. It's super great. Weekly's awesome. Always liked them, but now like starting to appreciate them even more. They just have really great songs.
They do.
I love their concept.
But yeah, so now we talk about episode 4.
Girl Planet.
It's crazy because it doesn't seem like it's been 4 episodes, but it also feels like it should have been.
I know we've been doing this. We've been doing this for 4 weeks now.
It's like a whole month.
I feel like we just started. We're a third of the way done.
For anybody who listened last week or didn't listen last week, I guess they're doing the like performance stages. They like got assigned these songs and they broke into their groups. And they gotta go do performance.
Yeah, the cells teamed up to do different songs. They could like pick the higher cells could pick, I think, or something like that.
Also, week 4, and I still have no idea how important these cells are or what part they're really gonna be playing here at the end.
Yeah,
they make it seem like it's really important, but I honestly don't know.
I'm not lying. Like they make it seem that cells are almost more important than like individual voting.
Yeah.
Which, that's what I think. I don't know. I mean,
I just want to know what's gonna happen when like. They're in one cell, and like 2 girls get like a ton of votes and are super popular, and then the one girl's like trash, and they're like, "Oh, you're eliminated."
Yeah, I guess we'll just have cells remade then, right? Like
I don't know, so just like the anchor that drags everybody down, but then they go to Redemption Island, so I don't know.
I don't know either. Well, I guess we'll find out next week because next week episode 5 definitely seems like it's a real elimination show.
Hopefully, if we're lucky.
Yeah, because we've been through all the performances. Yeah, voting's closed. Fun fact, I can't vote anymore because my app... Well, I mean, if you've listened to any of our previous episodes, you know much I have a rivalry with the Universe app, but now they're trying to screw me over because every time I would go vote
and they succeeded.
Yeah, well, yeah, they always succeed. Just turn the app off. I have no doubt that it's literally just them cheating. Whenever I go vote for my cells, app just turns off every time. I've like re-downloaded it, new profile, everything. Just to vote, literally, just so I could vote. And the app turns off every time. So I'm going to buy a new phone tomorrow because
they just saw this,
I don't know what else to do.
They just saw this influx of votes coming from girls that they don't want to win. They're like, we can't have this.
I was like, I literally vote for all the main people besides like 2. So like all the people you show the most. I don't know. It sucks, but I mean, I can't really do anything about it. So, and you can only vote on the Universe app. So of course I can't go like, because I was trying. I was like, can I vote online? Can I do this? Nope. I'll literally go like mail in a letter and vote if that could count.
I think it's so stupid how you can only vote and you can't vote with like the computer.
It just sucks that the Universe app sucks.
Like it's literally just the app. I don't understand that. There's not even like a crossover platform between them. It's just the app. It's like you either use the app and you vote or you like use nothing at all because you can't even get it on the laptop because it says you need to go to the app on your phone.
Yeah, because we didn't even have like people ask us how to vote because they were so confused on how to and I mean like it's like once you figure out the Universe app, it's not hard, but it's if your Universe app works, so that's good.
Well, that's my thing though. It's like, why would you not be able to access it on your computer as well?
Yeah, like a second way. I don't know.
I think that's dumb.
So I haven't been able to vote for a few days now, which sucks. And I try every single day, multiple times. It just literally the app closes out. I'm like, classic Universe app being garbage. I don't know what to do. Literally, I have no idea what to do. So. Fate is in for Eugen is in everyone else's hands now.
Hopefully,
I was like, luckily she's been killing it, so I don't really feel that anxious anymore about it.
Is this like a weird way for them to like be working with Apple to make people buy new phones?
Yeah, seriously, it's gonna work. I'm gonna go buy one. I was like, nope, it keeps closing it. I don't know. It's so dumb. I was gonna show you, but the voting closed now, so I probably can't even like get.
Yeah, because voting got closed. Because I went to go vote today, and it said it was closed, so I couldn't even vote.
Wait, so you can't vote next week?
Maybe. I don't know. I just know it's closed right now because I checked now, but we're recording the thing.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll find out next week.
I just know today I went to vote and it was close.
And it does seem like next week will be live eliminations, so that'll be thrilling. Yeah, so that kind of puts some answers for us as far as voting, because we were not sure how it even worked.
So we'll see how live it is next week.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But, so performances. For those who don't remember, last week they did How You Like That and Yes or Yes, which I guess was only 2 of them. I don't know why I thought there was more.
I thought there was more too, but they really focused on like those girls like in like the pre. I feel like they gave them a lot of like viewing of like their practices and stuff.
That's true.
These ones like they didn't do so much.
Yeah, so they normally we were talking last week about how at the beginning the Ozek show being really bad in training and stuff, which I mean they still did.
Yeah,
but it was not as long as normal. Maybe it's because they had
really
so many.
fast.
Maybe it's because they had so many they had to fit in.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right.
Because we even made a comment when we were watching it, because the first group that performed was the Fiesta groups, and they like did the Fiesta song by Eyes One. But it was funny because they like showed the one group in the pre-training stuff, and literally the highlight of them being bad was like 2 minutes long, but normally it's like 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Them practicing to being in front of the judges, that whole thing was just, you like look down and look up and you're like, oh wow, they're already performing. It was like done.
Yeah, and then they went and they performed. Honestly, there wasn't too many. So Team 2 went first, and there wasn't really too many girls of, like, I guess, note as far as like top 10 girls or anything like that in their group. They went. It was all right. It wasn't like really bad or anything. There's definitely a couple girls in both groups that couldn't hit the notes that they needed to hit when they were singing.
Yeah.
But also the performing Eisman songs that they're like not easy to do.
It's real tough.
But the second group went, and that's the group that had Yeso, the girl, the little tiny one that finished in the top 9.
Yeah.
Now, that whole highlight of them being bad really just highlighted her being ranked in the last cell because the girl that was with her did extremely terrible.
Yeah.
And it dragged them all down as a team.
Which I thought that was a questionable pick when she picked her. But whatever, she saw something.
She even said that she was very impressed with her because she'd never seen a girl who had no singing or dancing experience do so well. And I'm like, that's not a good...
I don't know if that's who you want to draft.
That's not a good strategy to
maybe
have.
not yet.
You should admire from a distance. But they did their performance, and the team won. Eisman team that had Yeso, they won. Not really too shocked about that.
They were really solid. Both those performances weren't like...
mind-blowing.
Like, yeah, they weren't like eye-opening.
Like, would I think Eisman was impressed with that? No.
I mean, they'd be like, wow, you guys, worked hard. I mean, they were cool. They were definitely not like, oh my gosh, these are some of the greatest stages we've seen from like performance shows or whatever. But what team went first? Team 2? I don't know. Whoever went second on the actual thing was definitely better.
That was team 1.
Yeso's team was
that was the second.
They were definitely better. They were just like solid. Like it was a real solid performance.
Then after that, we had the 5th season by Oh My Girl that was performed. And they kind of hyped us up because the 2 twin girls from China were going against each other. It was Liang Jio and Liang Kyo? I'm not sure how they pronounce it. It's Qiao.
Kyo? Yeah, just...
But they were the twin sisters. They both went against each other. And then you had a girl from Cherry Bullet, Kim Bora.
Bora was like the leader.
Who like everyone's super hyped on. And then Lee Rayon from Fanatics.
She was the leader of the other one.
Yeah. So they were both there.
2 good leaders.
Power players out here in the field, if you will.
They were good leaders.
And then one of my favorite girls, Q Wen Meishi, also was there, who did literally nothing at all. But
she was on.
She's having those big old ears, looking pretty.
She did.
She's really tall. I don't know if anyone else was really short. She was really tall.
I don't know.
But the first group went, and that was the group that had Rayon, the girl from Fanatics. That performance is kind of rough.
It was not great. It was not great.
I feel like for a lot of these performances, outside of the first 2 we watched, there's a lot of really hard like vocal parts.
Yeah, you can
for the main vocals
you can
in
notice.
the groups.
Was that the team that when they practiced the logo fell off the wall? Who was that?
No.
Okay.
That was Yeso's group.
Oh, dude.
They
Yeah.
were practicing. It
For
was
the
so
eyes
bad.
Dude, that was one of the most. Actually, there was two of the worst not backstage, but before performances I've ever seen. Like evaluations. Yeso's group was so bad. The logo, the Girls Planet logo on the back wall, it like fell off as they were being freaking horrible in front of the judges, and like it just like summed up the whole performance. It was like, wow, the logo fell off the wall. That's how bad you guys are doing.
It literally
that
fell
was so
off
funny.
the wall.
I started. I'm sorry, I died laughing. It was so
It like
funny.
zoomed in on the judges like making faces, like they're squinting their faces because it was so bad.
They just told them like stop.
And then the logo fell off the wall.
Oh my gosh, it was. I felt bad for laughing, but I died laughing because it was like could not have been more. I just really like did it on purpose. It could not have been more of a perfect time.
They like
just,
edited that in.
It was like a train wreck, and then the logo fell off the wall, and it was like, oh gosh, it was like already hard to watch.
We in the business call
oh my
that
gosh.
foreshadowing.
Dude, it was. I mean, they end up winning, so good for them. But like that performance was horrible. They really improved. I'll say they really improved. Anyway, yeah, that I didn't know if that was them or not.
No, that was.
Oh gosh, that was funny.
And then the second one, because remember that's when the girl didn't even finish singing. She's like, my friend, and she like walked off.
It was uncomfortable. I was like looking down and like looking down, like my head in my hands. Like it was uncomfortable, and the judges were so mad, and then the logo fell. It was hilarious.
But then, so the first team went. I think Team 2 went in all of these first. But anyways,
I think you're right.
They went. They did decent. It wasn't like very good or very bad.
Yeah, it wasn't anything to write home to mom about.
Then the Team 1 went, and that's the one that had Bora in it, and everyone was like hyping her up because she's in Cherry Bullet. And then they did pretty good, but her and Lu Fei had a part where they had like harmonized and sing at the same time, and it was good.
Yeah.
And the judge was like, I've already seen your best in practice, and this was not up to expectations, so not as great. I was like, sounded the same.
She's like, I thought you did better in practice, but they won. And they definitely were better. They were solid. Again, it wasn't like any like mind-blowing performance like you said, but that team was definitely better.
And we were talking about it. I'm pretty sure Team 1 won in every single matchup, which would make sense because they were the better girls, because those are the ones that got first pick of what they wanted to do.
That does make sense. See what happens when you get good draft picks?
Then you go to the next one's boy groups. There's 3 teams. They weren't like doing the same songs. They're doing 3 different boy group songs. Now, the only difference is the boy group songs, whoever won got a 3 times multiplier.
Yeah.
So if you got 12 votes next week, it turns to 36 votes.
Classic rules.
Which I can tell you right now, the girls, based off what we know as fans and watchers of the show, even though they won, but the people that were in the group, I'm pretty sure they're going to need that 3 times votes to even have a chance to be in the final.
Oh, yeah, let's just say there's other people from some other group, the other group that could like retire today and not do another thing, and they're still going to possibly be in the final lineup. So
yeah,
they're going to need that 3 times.
The first group that performed was the Mic Drop team,
gosh.
who did BTS's Mic Drop. Now, their practice video was kind of...
No, I thought moments earlier I'd seen the worst practice video of all time with the logo falling. But my gosh, this was the worst practice logo thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was pretty
It was
bad.
the worst one I've ever seen. It was the worst by far. It was so uncomfortable.
But spoiler alert, they always pull through, and they're always game time ready.
That was like
and they
classic
always do good.
I don't even remember one being that bad in P48. Like, they are bad. They're like whispering the lyrics and like not even dancing anymore. That was the one where the judges were like, please stop.
Oh yeah,
Just stop.
That's the one where
They stopped before.
you said like, Sunmi, oh wow, she's actually there for this, and she's like watching it, and she's like, just
They
stop.
literally are just like so mad. Like, please stop. It was the worst performance ever, but yes, they did come through it. And they did well. They did
Yeah, it's
well.
really cool, and all the fans.
I don't even know how they could like improve that much.
That it was bad when before the show even started, you had all the other girls in the other groups like cheering for them. Like, you can do it.
Oh,
do it
so,
yourself.
yeah, when they were like whispering their lyrics and they're like fighting, you can do it. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, this is I feel uncomfortable for them, but
they ended up doing good.
I don't know how they even improved that fast. Like,
I
they
don't
were
know.
so bad, and then they were really, really good.
Also, Steve Aoki wasn't there, and neither was Designer. So
That's honestly probably
clearly
why
they didn't do the
they
remix.
already started out a few steps back.
But they did good. And then next you had the team with all the little kids doing Pretty You by 17.
Loved it.
Yep, they did really
Loved
good.
it.
They're adorable, doing adorable people.
It was really great. Probably, I don't know. One of my favorite performances on the whole show as a whole so far.
And like you said, it's kind
It
of
is
crazy watching it, thinking that this was like a boy group song and not like just a girl group song.
Oh, I know. I couldn't even like see it as a boy group song. It was like made for them or like weekly or something. I was like, they just had really great energy, and they weren't even like in their practice and stuff. They were definitely not perfect. Like they messed up a lot with the judges, and you could just see it like. They kept their energy high, so that like made it still worth watching. Like you still liked watching it, you know.
True.
But that was a really good performance. And in their final one, they didn't have like any mistakes.
Nope, they did really good. Everybody loved it. Thought they were adorable. And then next we had just the Alabama undefeated GOAT team mixed with the undefeated Dolphins and the Bears who won.
72 Dolphins.
Mixed with the Bears who were coached by
Mike Ditka.
Mike Ditka, who has some steakhouses.
With LeBron James.
With the 6'P Michael Jordan out here. Just the GOAT of all GOATs. And that was the team that had the task of performing the greatest song for any girl group to cover. And that is The Eve.
Eve. The one that they teased the most and they just wait the longest for.
And also a lot of our favorite idols were in this one.
Some really good people were in this one.
And I'm also just a sucker for the suit dances, so
a lot of these people like made like they just had the look for this song too.
And you had a lot of girls that were like either highly ranked or made it into like the top 9.
Yeah.
Because you had our favorite person to not like, Fu Yun. She was there.
She was the leader of this group.
Yep. The undisputed #1 pick in our minds. Suruki,
No,
she was
I
there.
still think so. She's in the final.
Kim Soo-yeon was there, another one who did really good. Actually, I think a majority of these girls made it into like the first round top 9.
First round top 9 with 45 other people.
Yeah, so I mean,
the elite first picks.
They were pretty. And then they had I'm trying to think what her name was. The little tiny girl. The little tiny girl.
Asaki Hikaru.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
The Japanese girl who's like the undisputed Japanese
like everybody's like favorite person. And she was there too.
Which hand up, I don't necessarily see it, but she is really good. She's talented.
She's really short.
She's not one of my favorite people, but she is very talented.
And then they had our favorite Yu Dayan. She was there. And then my favorite Shuro was there. She didn't really do anything, but she was there.
Hey, the role players in this group did great. The role people in this one did amazing. They did their job.
Now, they did really good. The performance was great. They made it seem like in the cutaways from the last episode they messed up or something happened. And girls were crying and wiping their eyes and all this stuff. And like they're asking like, why did you decide to do this? Or which parts do you really want? Or like, why are you doing this? You know?
Let me tell you.
None of that happened. And they
they're like getting mad at each other. That was some fake news.
The biggest knock on them that they had through the whole thing from the judges was that the 3 main popular girls were just already too like appealing and good looking, and they didn't need to make faces.
Their facial expressions were already good, but then they like tried too hard at like the intense facial expressions, so that took away because their facial expressions were essentially like too good for. They looked like they were trying too hard. That's like what they said. And that was was really nitpicky. Like,
and then like it seems like it was not coherent. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It was a great performance. I mean, it was like the best. It really was. Like, not to the judges, but it was an amazing performance.
All the girls
knew it would be. Yeah,
there's 2 girls I didn't even know were on the team, and they did vocal parts. I was like, wow, they are really good singers.
I'm telling you, the girls who didn't know who they were did awesome. They really rolled it all together.
So there's 9 people, and 2 or 3 of them were ones who didn't even know were in the group, and they did the best out of all of them because the other girls were already doing really good.
Because they're too good and their facial expressions were too intense.
That's a pretty good sign.
Yeah, I mean, it is a good sign. It was great. I mean, I thought it was an awesome performance.
I thought hands down we had a walk-off home run, or it was like Phillip Rivers getting his first win as a high school coach.
Yeah,
and he went 149-0.
Dude, yeah.
I thought it was over. Like, I thought that was it.
I thought it was over after watching, but then after hearing the judges, I was like, I don't think so.
Because out of the 3 boy groups, even though they didn't all do the same song, they all got judged based out of who did the best out of the boy groups.
Yeah.
And the group that won was the 17 song.
Which, like, hey, they earned it. It was really good. Judges didn't have anything bad to say about them, so.
Nope, they did good.
Like, that was one where I was like, okay, I'm cool with this.
Don't really know if the 3-time votes is going to help them that much.
Yeah, we'll see what
in the long
happens.
run.
But they really took their moment now and did well. The Eve girls almost were like too good in a way.
Like, are they not a group right
They
now?
tried too hard.
Can they still
Yeah,
be
it
as
was
a
like
group?
they pretty much said they like.
Can we
tried
sign
too
them to
hard.
our company right now?
I would.
As a group.
They'd be successful. But yeah, I thought the Pretty or whatever that others. I thought they totally.
Is it Hug You or Pretty You? I don't even know.
I don't know.
I keep saying Hug You, but that might not be it. Pretty You, sorry.
Yeah, I thought they deserved to win. They did great. That was actually really fun. Like one of my favorite performances. The Eve was too. Those were like my 2 favorite ones so far on the show.
The Eve is an automatic add to my playlist of favorite K-pop songs and videos.
It's really good. It's really good.
Along with my other videos of the Eve I have saved on
I was
there.
gonna say just the Eve playlist.
That's what it should just be. I'm just gonna make a playlist of all the.
It just show if you have. It just goes to show if you have that like rookie energy, that
Dude.
young youthful energy, it overcomes anything.
Jackson knows.
He
Listen
knows.
to Jackson.
Listen
He'll
to
tell
Jackson
you.
about the youth energy because that won the judges.
And then at the end of the episode, we got to where we learned about, okay, voting, whatever, going to be elimination.
Yeah.
Still not really sure how it's going to work with all the cells and whatnot.
No idea.
But we'll find out next week. But they had like a number 1 king of all, or queen
all the
of all the
performances.
performances. So out of the 5 winners, there's one winner.
One winner of the 5.
The king of the mountain. And they got to do like a performance on M Countdown.
Yeah.
Whatever that's going to be. And
They don't
surprisingly, the winner was the Yes or Yes one, the very first performance winner.
Yeah, G1's Yes or Yes team.
Yep.
And I was surprised.
I was too. We talked about it last week how we don't know how they barely beat the other Yes or Yes team. And yet somehow they're better than all the other performances and they won.
I kind of thought those Yes or Yes performances were like okay, both of them. None of those like really jumped out at me as being like incredible. I wasn't like, oh, like when they were saying there was going to be an all-time winner, that wasn't even in my like head. I was like, I totally even forgot what those girls did. Like I did not think that was going to win.
I honestly thought it would come down
I
to
thought it
the
was gonna be pretty
17
you.
one or
Yeah.
the one with Eugen and them on how you like that.
Yeah, they were really good. They were better than Yes or Yes. The Eve was better than Yes or Yes.
Yeah.
It was just
I don't
pretty
know.
like nothing against them. Like they did great.
But then they made a comment, although it might have just been translations, I don't know. But it was like they said that it was the most like flawless or quality performance they saw, and I'm like,
Watch the tape.
I was like, are you watching the same
Watch
videos
it all
we're
32.
watching
Watch
right
it
now?
all 32.
Like, Tiffany, is
because
your beauty clouding your decision making?
Tiffany does.
Like, I
not
don't
look
understand.
lovely. But that was I don't know. That was kind of questionable, especially since like the Pretty You team had like no complaints from the judges, and they somehow beat the Eve team, which was made up to be like the greatest performance team ever, who killed it.
All I
and then
know
they
is,
still lost to the
based
SCF.
off every single one. At this point, you could almost say that we're elimination show experts, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And out of every elimination show I've ever seen, if there's any team that is billed as the greatest team of idols to perform a song, they're going to lose.
Yeah, if anyone gets too hyped up,
99% of the time
win.
they lose. No matter how good the performance is, they lose.
Yeah.
Um,
Because Eve was really good. I mean, it was really good. It was great. They didn't do anything wrong. The judges just said that. I don't know.
well, now we covered episode 4. We have some other information to get into. We came across the thing, or I guess you did, and you sent it to me, about how the cuts that they put in the episodes are not the same cuts as you see because
yeah.
they take them from fan cams or like the... Okay, so the other day we were talking about how... I think we might have said it in last week's episode. I don't understand why they're so surprised or shocked when they see these performances like they've never seen them before. When they literally see them do multiple rehearsals before they even do the performance, that's the exact same performance that they're doing. But then we saw, or someone on Twitter pointed out, I don't remember what your name was, I can't look it up right now because I don't have my phone, but somebody's like, they're using cuts in the actual show from practice videos or vice versa, so it looks like they're messing up, But when you watch the fan cams of them, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that was, I forgot who it was too. It's far back there. Maybe I'll try and find it for next week's episode. But they pointed out, there was actually a lot of different instances. Like, the one was like Kai Bing when she messed up like her dancing with her hands or something in the show, and they made a big deal about it, like a big deal. And we didn't even think it was that big of a deal.
That was like one of the biggest knacks was that she was off time. Like,
yeah. But in her fan cam that they released on like the YouTube, because every girl got a fan cam of their stage on YouTube, she didn't do it.
Yeah, there's
so it's like it's pretty much just like what are we watching? Like they're gonna it just shows that they make it like the most dramatic as possible.
Which
I don't know what one came before the other. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I would say if that's the case, then that means that they're, like I said, picking and choosing what they want to show to make it look better or worse.
Yeah.
Which would explain why they show so many performances of them practicing the same thing.
Yeah.
Because if you're in the practice and you mess up once, they're just going to cut that and put it in the show, even though you didn't mess up in the real stage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like, what was another one? Another one like showed a girl having like mic problems when she was like performing the song, but in her actual fan cam of like another girl, you could see her in the background and she was fine, like nothing happened. So how many times do they actually do these performances before they cut whatever they're going to cut and put them on here?
I don't know. That's a good question, and I don't know what ones the judges are there for or not there for, or like if they're just like, this is the one with the judges that counts for the show, and then they all just magically mess up, but they're like, don't worry, when we do your fan cam, we'll do your one where you're okay. Like, you think it would all just be like the one that is supposedly for the judges, which is your main one, the one that matters. Because that was, I don't know, that was just interesting. It just goes to show that like they do like edit the crap out of it.
Do whatever they want.
They pretty much just do whatever they want to make it as dramatic and tell whatever story they want to do. So, yeah, that was really interesting because it was like obvious. It was like obvious things that you saw and you're like, well, that didn't happen on TV. She's killing it here, but messed up here and got grilled for it. Why? Like, I don't know. Just the evil devil Mnet editing is a real thing.
It is a real thing. So I'll be interested to see if there's anything else that they point out with that. Shout out to all those K-pop detectives out there.
Well, I think, too, because of the crap that people have had to deal with these before from Mnet, is that they're kind of catching on to things like...
They're just, like, looking for,
like anything, and they're like, okay, well, this is kind of crap, this is crap, this is... You know, it's like, kind of more obvious that the way Mnet does it, it's, like, kind of shady, which, hey, it is. So, I'm all for it, man. I love that kind of stuff. Someone's going to find that stuff. Any theories, I want to know.
He loves the conspiracy theories.
I want all the conspiracy theories.
I'm still waiting for the conspiracy theory to come through for that Twice music video.
Oh, I
Dead
know.
on an Island.
That was so fun.
We spent the whole night watching those on YouTube.
Yeah, we did. But that's why I've kind of been, like, glad, because there's all this crazy... It's just crazy because they, like, point out things that we don't even think are wrong, and then the judges are, like, so mad about it. And they're like, well, they might not even have messed that up. But that's why I'm glad that, like, Yujin did really well, because... We haven't even really seen her this last couple episodes, but I was like, that's good because she's doing really well. But, you know, I'm like, if they show her, that gives her more chance to, like, look bad. You know what I mean?
True.
Like, that they'll make her, like, kind of look bad. Like,
no,
they've already tried to make some of our main people, I mean, like, you know.
You've also noticed, too, that they're starting to favor some girls over others when it comes to, like, singled out, like,
well, yeah, it's...
like FaceTime.
Yeah, like it is like I guess if you go on like the YouTube page, like there's all the fan cams, and I've watched some fan cams but like on the show, if you're just like watching the show where you're supposed to base your votes off of, some girls literally get no screen time. So like,
oh yeah, like
how is it technically like what is fair when it comes to this type
of
thing?
I think because I was super hyped before it started because one of my favorite members, like I told you before we even started, was a Q and Meishi.
Yeah.
I think I've seen her twice the whole show. It's been 4 episodes. I think she's
like
like 2 times.
What? Yeah, like what is considered like fair? It's like I don't know. Like yeah, sure you can go watch all the behind the scenes stuff, which is awesome. And
but it's like the actual show.
But it's like the show which you're watching. Like if a girl is not on it, how are you supposed to even know about her if you don't see her? Like
I don't know.
It just has to give them kind of a clue that they like kind of have people they. I don't know. They have to have people they want to win. Because what, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, it's not fair, but it is.
My, like, favorite example of this of all time is, when we'd go back and watch, like, the intro video for the song for Promise 9.
Oh, think about it all the time.
Like, the first, like, 8 people that shows, like, 8 of the 9 members of Promise 9.
We're like, I wonder if Idol School's rigged it all. And then the first whatever people was like almost every member of Promise. Like,
speaking of, they're coming back here like the beginning of the
thank
month.
God, Promise 9 coming
and their
back.
teasers are looking great.
I'm excited for that. It's just coming back in like a month, which is cool. But
I saw on like the September comebacks, there's going to be a bunch of people coming back, so that's fun.
ready for those awesome fall comes backs. But yeah, we're like, oh wow. And then like even in kind of like, we didn't necessarily get teasers for next week because it's elimination so far, but the people they showed, like, all right, we're really starting to get favor of like who, like, I think we can tell they definitely want Rookie in the group. Like,
Well,
and she deserves it, but like, she's literally got like so much. I just want the line distribution of how much people are on screen.
I was gonna say, because I'm trying to think now, since I did after the first two, or I guess we did, who our favorite top 9 members would be in the group, and if it's changed.
I don't think it's changed much.
I think Rookie would be there. Eugen. I wish I had my list, but I don't have my phone.
Here, I'll look. It's on our Instagram, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I'm pretty sure the one little girl from Japan will be in there because everybody freaking loves her. Azuki, is that what his name? Hikaru? Is that what
Hikaru?
his name was?
Oh, what is her name? Yeah, yep, right there.
Oh, Azaki
Izaki
Hikaru.
Hikaru. Yeah,
I think she'll be in there.
My goodness.
Even when she doesn't get screen time, they just freaking show her all
They
the time.
love that girl, and she's good. But, so for our page, we have
So
Tsuruki.
I think she'd still be there. See, I want to say Urina's going to be in there, but
They don't show her.
ever show her.
Ever since the first episode,
They were hyped on her, they don't show her.
so she literally was an angel singing Fancy.
Oh my gosh, I think about that all the time.
That literally, when she came in and sang on that, it really caught my attention. Like, there's a lot of great, but I was like, whoa. I was like, wow, she was really good. But they don't show Urina that much.
Yeah,
and
I know,
she did
it's
not
weird.
have a big part in her last
Well,
thing.
okay, so we think it'd be Rookie. Who else we got?
I mean, there's Urina.
That's what I'd want to be in there, but I don't know based on
I don't know.
what
I
I've
put
seen
a
if
question
she's
mark there. Eugen. I'd say
definitely
Eugen's
does
still really strong. I mean,
She's also one of like the top vote getters in this.
Eugen is killing it, which
Who
I'm
else we got?
happy about that.
I think
Kai
she'll be
Bing.
in there. She got a lot of negative.
I think they kind of are using Kai Bing as like they're trying to like
Because she
break
really,
her down to build her up. You know
she
what I
really
mean?
didn't
Like,
do anything wrong.
no, she was fine.
I still think she'd be in there because they showed her a lot whenever they show her.
that was like so fishy when they're like, your hand movements were
Yeah.
so. They got so mad. I was like, okay, guys, chill. So I think she's looking good.
I think
Yeso was
she
good.
got a lot of screen time too.
She did
There's a whole storyline
today.
about her.
Yeso got a lot of screen time today, and she did a pretty good job with leading her.
And she
her
got
group.
she got a lot of compliments from the judges after the show was over.
She was a good leader today.
I think
so.
she could still be there.
Language. Okay. Next up,
Hikaru,
That's
everybody
there.
forgets her for some reason.
besides Tsuruki, I'd probably just, if I had to bet money, I'd say she's the next one. Like,
True.
maybe not my pick. I don't even remember. Was this girl on Yes or Yes? Shen.
She's the one that
Xiaoting?
was with Eugen and Xiaoting. Remember, she's the one
Xiaoting?
that like everybody always hates on. Like there was like you did this wrong, you did this wrong. She was like the number
She
one
was-
girl from China.
She was that high pick that they just get mad at. Like,
Yeah, she is. So I don't know if she'd be in there or not. I mean, they show her. She just always is getting bashed on for something.
That's a question mark. I'm not
I
sure
think
about.
I feel like she
Doa-
did. She did good. On her
Doa
thing.
did great in her Yes or Yes performance. She was the best part about her group.
I'll leave her on there. And that's a girl that we thought would be in there because she was super popular online, but she doesn't do anything ever.
Well, I actually think this last episode she did the most I've ever seen by far.
Because the first one she didn't do anything.
The first 3, Lu Fei didn't really do anything, but this one she actually like did well at singing. I was like, wow, she actually did something like.
Because she had that one part with Bora in the full.
Someone, I mean, I don't know if she'd be in it, but this 4th episode, Zheng Lu Fei like. Actually, I was like, whoa, look at you actually being like a positive impact out there.
Look at you
like,
actually doing something.
No, pretty much. Like, I seen people hype you up, but I never really knew why, and I'm like, okay, maybe I can kind of see it now. I mean, and that was it.
Now,
so.
I don't know if that'd be enough to put in the group, is what I'm thinking.
No, I have no idea. I just actually noticed her now.
So I'm trying to think. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there'd be 3 other people or 3 other girls that would be in it. I'm trying to think who else. I'm trying to think of who else either showed a lot or they really just hyped up this last episode.
I'm not sure, but the one girl from whose brother is in what, ATs or?
Oh yeah, they like love that. girl.
That girl gets hyped up. Don't
Honestly,
remember her
just
name.
based on
I can
popularity, I put her in the group.
I can
'cause
see
think
her.
she's-
Didn't she have the most viewed fan cam
Yeah,
for like the
she
Pick
did.
Me song.
She did.
So I was like,
it's I'm pretty sure it's this girl. She has a crazy name.
I do not remember what her name is.
Hold on.
Baihi. Sorry for this pronunciation.
Yeah, it's a. Yep.
Yeah, it's her. You're right.
And her brother's in TXT. Isn't he?
TXT. That's what.
We literally just watched him in a video.
Hey, he's sick. Jason.
Shoning Bahihi. Yeah, that's like.
Shoning Baihi.
Oh, it's because she's South Korean / American. No wonder people love her.
17. 2004. Hey, July 27th. She's in birthday month.
It's true. So there's another member. I would say another person they kind of hyped up this week after the performance was Bora from friggin' Cherry Bullet. They loved her performance.
Bora did well. Bora did well today. She was a good leader.
We'll throw her in there.
They loved the one girl from the Pretty You stage.
They did.
That girl got a ton of love.
We'll put her in there too. I know.
For not even being good, just having high energy and being cute. And they're like, the judges loved her.
Yeah.
She was good.
Sorry to everybody listening to this internationally. Our pronunciation is
We
not
try.
the best.
It's like 2 a.m. We're trying. We
Not
care.
confused with 2 p.m., the hottest part of the day.
Hottest part of the day. Becca. Let me tell you, I think every hour these last few days have been 2 p.m. It's hot every day.
We were talking about that at work because me and a bunch of my guys I work with, we all go to lunch at the same time at like 12:30.
Yeah.
And I walk out and it's like a blacktop. And it's not like bad. I'm going, yeah, it's kind of warm out, you know. But when we come back at 1:30 to walk back in, it's like scorching.
Yeah.
Like that 1 hour like makes it 90 degrees hotter outside.
That nice blacktop got nice and toasty for you.
So I'm gonna update our thing too to show after our first. Oh, it's my army pen. I wonder where this came from. To show who our new picks after the second week is. But we got Ruki, Yujin, Taibing, Yeso, Hikaru, Doa, Bahiyi. What a crazy name. It's B-A-H-I-Y-Y-I-H.
It's really just the American part.
It really
It's
is.
the American.
Bora and Gwynma. Gwynma. Maybe the Y is silent. Or Gwynma.
I don't know.
Maybe the M silent.
Anything so.
But that's our picks this week.
Yeah, I think that's hottest part of the picks right now.
Because it's like the other people aren't like bad. They just don't show them. So it's like how...
I mean, like, On Deck would, like, I don't know, like, Jiwon did well. They liked Jiwon. She finally started doing something. And, like, her group did win the M Countdown, which I don't think they even get. I mean, they get on M Countdown, which is a big deal, but I don't think they get, like, plus votes. You just get that exposure from M Countdown. But, I mean, I don't know. I think this is a safe picks so far.
The only ones that I'm pretty sure right now off the top of my head are these like top 5. I feel like they'll be there. I think the
Yujin,
solid 5 that are always going to be there are Ruki, Yujin,
Taibing,
Yeso, and Hikaru.
Hikaru. And Yeso, yeah, probably. Because why not?
I would have honestly said that Doya would have been in there,
Yeah.
but she was one of the girls that messed up in their performance for the Blackpink thing.
I just don't know why Urena kills it every week and we just decide not to show her.
I don't know.
She's so great. Why can't we just put her on the thing? I don't know. That frustrates me. She was like about to get the stamp of like right in the group approval if she was actually shown on any other episode, but she just hasn't been.
Oh, also not Doya. Sorry, Doyeon. I forgot there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
The one that was the number 1 girl for Korea.
Oh, yeah.
Because she actually did really good, but she like messed up that one part when the other girl messed up.
Yeah, she's kind of...
But they always like hype her up like they want her to do good.
She's just like that early college basketball number 1 that just like loses a bunch of games.
And she's just like, oh, I came in as number 1 for Korea. I'm really disappointed, blah, blah, blah. And I was the only one not picked as like a top 9 member.
And we're like, yeah, other people are kind of better, dude.
Yeah, so Kim Daeon, not to be confused with Yu Daeon, who is the girl that was in...
That's... Yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's... There's another one.
So I could definitely see where she could be creeping up there. Because they show her a lot every week when she's on the show.
He just made such a big deal about her, and I was like, I don't know who you are.
I still just remember her being a little kid in Produce 48.
She was number 1
like
seed.
an actual little kid. I think she was like
Number 1
10
seed.
or 11.
Number 1 seed. That's crazy.
I don't know, but
It was a really good episode. I mean, this is definitely like the best performances. Like, there were some really good ones on this one. I just feel like there's a really core group that they're like, yes, we need this to happen. And then, I don't know. It's kind of questionable.
But will I
just don't touch Yujin. I just am happy I'm not like super anxious about Yujin right now because she's in a good spot and they're like not showing her. I'm like, okay, cool, like good.
I'm still just waiting for those performances that are better than the performances from Produce 48 and Idol School.
I definitely don't think I've seen one. Like I've seen like I don't know. There's some that could be like on the list, but there's definitely hasn't been one that I'm like that's better than those. You know what I mean?
Like if someone, because so far my favorite performance is probably the Eve.
Yeah,
it always is.
That was probably my.
But if someone was like, "Hey, if you had to pick one, would you pick the Eve over like the step performance?"
I don't think I would pick. I don't think I would pick the Eve over.
Would I even pick the Eve over like?
I wouldn't pick it over Wee Woo, or was that what they?
Yeah, that was
Serum's group.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick it over that.
Or even like that final stage. What was it?
Dude,
Magical
with all the losers.
Yeah,
it was like the loser Hall of Fame stage.
Dude, that's like the greatest disbanded stage of all time.
Gosh, that was sick.
Or would I pick any of those performances over any performance from Produce 48? Probably not.
I mean, there's some really good ones from Produce 48. The Eve was really good too. It just didn't have that like instant, like one watch impact where we're like, holy cow, that was crazy. You know what I mean?
The step performance was mesmerizing.
Like the step one was. I really liked that prison one. I thought that prison one was really, really freaking good. Really, just Idol School.
Side to side.
Put some respect.
Rumor.
Put some respect on Idol School because those performances are sick.
Idol School's top-notch entertainment.
It really was great.
Literally the best performance, one of the best performances in the whole show is made up of girls who didn't even get close to winning.
That was like a sick song. I wonder if that's on Spotify, because that is a banger, and it's going to be the most listened to song this year if I find it.
Dude, it's so good.
It's so funny because everybody lost.
Yeah, everybody lost.
Oh my gosh.
They would have gone into that knowing they're going to get that L.
It's really funny, yeah, because they had to like go do that stage and then like go change and come back and lose.
Oh no.
At least they went out with a freaking amazing song.
Ugh.
But yeah, so, I mean, Eve, definitely best performance so long. I'd probably put that, and then I'd probably say that Pretty one was the Pretty You, whatever was the next best.
Like, was it the best performance so far overall? I don't know. Was it my favorite? Yes.
Yeah.
Am I biased because it's the Eve? Yes.
No, it was definitely my favorite. It was really good.
Am I biased because, like, 5 of my top 9 favorite people were in it?
There's a lot
Maybe.
There was a lot of people in that. I think something that kind of threw me off too about like the Blackpink ones.
It's like when the Brooklyn Nets got all those all-stars and they just fell short.
Then they just
of being
all
good
got
and
injured
just
and
crumbled.
lost.
That's what it's all like.
Pretty much. But I think just what kind of threw me off too was that there's so many people in those groups doing the Blackpink songs, and there's only 4 people in Blackpink. So
yeah.
like it kind of just like throws me off a little bit seeing like a ton of girls doing, you know what I mean? Like, I mean they were really good, but. Yeah, I mean, we said it. None of the performances have been, like, one watch. Like, holy cow, I'm putting that in, like, the Hall of Fame instantly. Like,
not yet. There's still time.
Not
still
yet.
a lot of game left to be played.
Yeah. It's been really good. It's been fun. I think now each week we just try to, like, see what crafty nonsense Mnet's up to, so... Just don't touch Yujin.
I need to make like a score sheet with all the girls' names on it, and I'll put a tally mark on it every time they're showed on camera and see who gets the most.
That's what I was saying. Like how people do the line distribution of like the seconds. I want that, but for everyone's screen time and for every single girl in the show.
Who will be the Sung So?
We'll have more than Sung So and Catch Me, which is 0 apparently. So, yeah, I don't know because. I mean, if you don't see the girls, how are you going to vote for them?
Since we know they're doing boy group songs, can we please just get someone to cover God's Menu?
Oh, dude. God's Menu's great.
Can we just get the Eve group to cover God's Menu?
Let's just do all boy group songs.
I never thought I'd say that on the podcast, but I'm for it.
They're just so good at it. I mean, you're right. The Eve is like the #1 boy group cover song for the girls.
I need that Love Shot, too.
Just really EXO cover stage, too. Like, oh my gosh. It was sick. It was really good. Probably. The first episode was really good. Was this episode better than the first one?
I don't know. I'm a sucker for the intro ones.
The intro ones are really good. I think I like the first one more.
Because the intro ones are good because you've never seen any of the people.
You're just like, whoa, what's this? And those stages, or like a lot of the intro things were like, we saw all of them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, besides Yujin. Because they made that like the cliffhanger.
We saw a good majority of them in the first one. Because they skipped through a bunch of them in the second one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they made a big deal about the helicopter one.
Yeah. I think the first episode's still my favorite one. Because the intros are fun. And just like them seeing the stage and stuff, like, it's cool.
My biggest unanswered question right now is, why have they not showed Yurina more?
I don't know, man. I will actually, I mean, we got a long road to go. So hopefully they're setting up for a comeback here. Especially since she's done really well in everything that they've like showed her, and even if like, even her like couple seconds of her stage are like, wow, you guys have small parts, but you did really well. Like,
It's like when Miru was like the winner every single week. Of
oh,
the challenges.
I know,
She didn't
right?
care.
She's
This
pretty much
never
just
showed
going to be
it.
the mirror, literally most perfect idol of all time, and good at everything, literally the best, and you just lose. So I don't know. I really, honestly, besides like Yujin, I really hope she gets in the group. There's just something about her. She's really great.
She's awesome.
And they don't show her, so I think I'm just like more worried about it than like, you know.
I vote for her. She's like the only
like
Japanese.
Kaibing or Ruki.
She's the
They
only
show them all the time.
Japanese member that I vote for every single week.
She was when I could. Universe app. Her and I voted for. Shout out. You know who's the real winners here? All the girls in her pod thing. Who I'm not sure who they were, but you got my vote every week
I know,
because
right?
I voted for her. Like
I was
that's.
carrying the team.
And the nice thing was Yujin and Kai Bing were together with May.
True.
So that was just an all-star group to vote for. But yeah, random girls with Yurina, you're welcome for those votes.
But yeah, that wraps up episode 4. It's pretty
Pretty
good.
much episode 4, yeah, really good.
It's what I
Liked it.
expected. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
pretty much.
But now we're going to close it out by listening to my favorite person's
Yunbi.
solo debut stage, and that's Yunbi performing Door. Just looking flawless. Like always.
Really cool video.
Oh my goodness, what an angel. Hot debut.
Indeed.
Man, this guy's leg's so lucky.
I think it's a chick, but still stands.
Gosh, that person's leg is so lucky.
This leg. Can we
This
just, like,
song's so sweet,
can
too.
we just like have the Kwon Yunbi in the back there? Who made that?
Yeah, I know. Can I just buy that?
Can I just have
Is this
that?
just like a stage setup from when they did Fiesta?
Yeah, they just like, put the letters out there.
Has she not won any stages for this yet? It always blows my mind she's like 5 for 2. Like, this is so sick.
It's really good.
And she's a cat!
She's just a cat. Everyone loved that.
Rhea just knows how to work the
The
camera.
point dance. It was just like perfect for her.
I also could definitely see this being like a B-side on Eyes Wide.
Eyes one, yep, I thought the same thing.
Good to see she's sticking to her roots. Also, the rest of her EP is awesome if no one's listened to it. It's really good.
I have not yet. I will though. Always get around to it eventually.
Oh, for next week, what I need to do too is go over. I need to listen to our episode where we decide what everybody's going to be doing in Eyes One once they disband and see how close we were to being
I
right.
think we're
doing pretty good.
we got
so far.
some right.
We're doing pretty good so
I think
far.
we got some wrong, but that's okay.
Also, some things just haven't happened yet.
Yeah, that's true. So actually, I don't know if we got any wrong. It's just to be continued.
Because also, there's a new group being formed
Oh,
in the
dude.
works, and it's like it's gonna be Eugen that was in
Oh my
Purdue
gosh,
48,
yes.
who loved Pledis, to go sign to be in this Hype Entertainment to be in a group with Chaewon and Sakura.
Oh man,
I wonder who else they're gonna get.
dude, that's gonna be the best group ever.
Just go pick up Shinseal right now.
I
Sujin.
really hope that happens. You know, like Sheehan from Kristen.
Oh goodness, let's go.
I really hope that group happens. It's just funny because we just talked about Yujin and we're like, where is she? What does she do? And they're like, she's gonna be a role player on this team. Like, that's fine.
That's
Just
so random.
get her on the roster.
Go get Khan on that team.
Oh my gosh. That would be awesome.
So I'm
And
excited.
then
for that.
we'll eventually.
I'm still waiting for the A-team group to friggin' debut. It's
But we're gonna have.
been like 3 years. What are they waiting for?
They just do cover dances then just stop.
Yeah.
But we're also gonna get the Starship girls too. So
Oh yeah, Starship
we're eventually gonna get all like the ISOM groups actually happening.
with Yujin and Wanya.
That's gonna be sick.
After seeing that one TikTok, I do, but I don't want to see Dion get eliminated. Because I really just want to see her in this group with Wanya and Yujin.
Honestly, she might just do that.
That'd be sick.
That'd be really good. It's nice.
Man, Yubi's just a freaking goddess.
Good job,
Look at
Yubi.
her.
I hope you win some awards.
Oh my gosh.
Door.
It's just the ultimate ending fairy every time because it's just her.
Just Yubi.
Gosh. Queen. That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, so
I just can't get God's menu out of my head.
So far, it's been like a really cool week for comebacks.
It
Girls
has.
Planet was awesome.
There she is. 2.3 million.
Oh my goodness, I don't know how this is happening.
Bye. Classic American.
I don't know, but yeah, week 4.
It's fun.
Might get a double episode next week because we got to do the end of the
We got end of the month too, and obviously Girl Planet.
And Girl Planet.
Episode 5. We're like nearing halfway now.
That's crazy.
And we're actually gonna have eliminations.
Gosh, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know
I'm
either.
still like in that confused part of my life.
Yeah.
Where
I'm
I'm
like
not
still
sure who
kind
I
of
really want to get eliminated and who I don't.
like kind
want
of
to get
figuring out who
eliminated.
everybody is still too. Like, oh, this person, because like some people kind of surprise you for performances. Worst. But yeah, so I guess I'm sure eventually, I don't know for these next eliminations, but for some eliminations we're gonna do a video, so that'll be really fun
Yes.
or really horrible
We'll see.
or both. It's
Trying
gonna
to
be
do-
great for you guys.
We're trying to. Yeah, either way, you guys, you have to deal with it because we
Oh,
make the
man.
rules.
We should have. If only we had a video for when that sign fell off the wall and those girls were doing horrible because we were dying. I had to get up because I was laughing so hard.
That was good.
They're trying hard though. I give them credit.
But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this. I know everyone's been listening to a lot of our.
Yeah, we've actually had some people like hit us up too about stuff, so
Yeah, so
that's the best.
everybody keep liking Girl Planet.
Let us know your picks.
Come back and listen to
Who
us.
was your favorite performance? Let us know.
#1 source of Girls Planet information? Hit us up. We'll talk to you about Girls Planet all day.
All day, every day. That's
Love
what we
Girls
do.
Planet. Yeah.
Follow social media. Kpop Kimchi 101. Look us up on Google. You'll find it. You'll
You
know
will.
what it is. You'll know what it is. But that does it. Episode 4 for JT, which is me. Fogral 2. We are the Kpop Kimchi Podcast. Catch you guys next week. Peace.
Later.